You sit on a massive throne, outside the palace. Millions of people are waiting for your decision. The doors open. Your minister bows. Sir, it's time to choose the nation's next rule. You slowly press the red button. Seconds later, sirens echo across the entire country. Some people cheer. Others begin to cry. Some lose all hope. Millions of lives are about to change because of one decision. And before this day is over, you'll discover whether it was your greatest victory or your worst mistake. Today, your life as Dictator Mbappé begins.
Chapter 1: The First Day in Power. Yesterday, you were one of the greatest football players in history. Today, everything has changed. Millions of people now wait for your every decision. Your first order is sent across the entire country. Within minutes, soldiers take control of the streets. Giant screens display your face in every major city. Some people celebrate your rise to power. Others are terrified of what comes next. But deep inside, even you don't know if this is the beginning of a new era or the beginning of the end. Chapter 2: The New Rules. Your first day in power is over. But that was only the beginning. Before sunrise, your government announces a completely new set of rules. Every citizen must carry identification at all times. Every public square is now watched by cameras. Soldiers stand at every important building. Curfews are introduced across the country. The streets become quieter than ever before. Some people believe you are finally bringing order to a nation that has lived in chaos for years. Others quietly whisper that fear is replacing freedom. Families stop discussing politics at the dinner table. Friends begin to wonder who they can still trust. Every speech you give is broadcast on giant screens across the country. Every signature on your desk changes millions of lives. The weight of power grows heavier with every passing hour. You wanted to create a stronger nation. But now one question refuses to leave your mind. Are you protecting your people? Or are you slowly becoming the very thing they fear? Chapter 3: The First Resistance. A week passes. Your new system is now fully in place. Most people obey the rules without saying a word. But not everyone is willing to accept your control. Small groups begin meeting in secret. Hidden messages appear on walls during the night. Anonymous broadcasts spread across the internet. They all ask the same question. How long can this continue? Your intelligence officers warn you that resistance is growing faster than expected. Every morning brings new reports. Another protest. Another arrest. Another city showing signs of unrest. Some of your advisors demand harsher punishments. Others warn that fear alone will never win the people's loyalty. You stand in silence, looking at the reports covering your desk. Every decision now carries enormous consequences. One wrong move could change the future of the entire nation. Chapter 4: The Breaking Point. Months have passed since you took power. The resistance has grown stronger than ever. Thousands of people now march through the streets, demanding freedom. Your generals prepare the army, waiting for your command. One order could silence the protests forever. But it could also turn the entire nation against you. Across the country, families are divided. Friends no longer trust each other. Fear has become part of everyday life. The world is watching your every move. Foreign leaders threaten sanctions and isolation. Your closest advisors argue late into the night. Some believe force is the only answer. Others beg you to negotiate before it's too late. You walk alone through the empty halls of the palace. The throne you once dreamed of now feels heavier than ever. You realize that every empire reaches a moment where one decision changes everything. And that moment has finally arrived. Chapter 5: The Final Choice. The nation stands on the edge of history. Millions of people wait for your next move. Your army is ready. The protesters refuse to back down. One signature could begin a new era, or end everything you built. You remember the first day you sat on the throne. Back then, power felt exciting. Now it feels like a burden. Every victory came with a price. Every order changed someone's life forever. You take one final look across the capital. The city is silent. The future depends on a single decision. Will you choose peace? Or absolute control? Whatever happens next, your name will be remembered forever. But history will decide whether you were a hero or a dictator. History will always remember powerful leaders. But only time decides whether they were heroes or dictators. What would you have chosen?